What's going on, YouTube? It's the PAC man, all things physician assistant. Uh, I'm literally about to grab some lunch, and I was sitting here for a second, and I was like, damn, I haven't put up a YouTube video in a while. So obviously I get easily caught up in the day-to-day work. It's beautiful work. I love it. But of course, it's time consuming between seeing patients and documenting and all the side gigs / hustles that I've managed to get myself into, which is actually what this video is about. Well, just recently I was listening to a podcast, and this 25-year-old kid calls in. I don't want to call him a kid, but usually in this podcast, older patients call in. So it was a fairly young adult individual called in saying, this is my situation right now. I'm trying to get out of debt. I make an okay salary. I'm thinking what's the best approach, to pay off my school loans, etc. And the host asked, well, how much do you make? He's like, well, my baseline is $120,000, but with my little overtime here and there and some side hustles, I'm looking at $170 this year. And the host is like, a decent salary? You make more than 90% of the country does as a joint. Like, you make 90% more than two joint incomes make, like husband and wife make. So obviously that draws up curiosity for the host to ask, what do you do for a living? He's like, I'm a PAC man. And I was like, I could have told you that. I don't know any other profession, guys. I don't know any other profession where you could be 25 years old and someone pay you $120,000 a year. That's just, it's makes the hairs in the back of my neck like stand up, goosebumps. That's crazy. It's a 25-year-old kid. Even a medical doctor, if you go straight from school, and this video by no means is biased. I'm in no means trying to steer you from a medical degree, medical doctor to physician assistant, by no means. But even a medical doctor pursuing medical doctor at age 25, if they started fresh out of school, they're probably just now or getting ready to enter their residency. You got quite a ways to go, brother, and that's great. But man, PA really, it happens so quick, and it happens to young individuals every day. I was in my 30s when I got into PA school, but in my class we had a 21-year-old girl, and I'm just thinking, wow, next year she's gonna be making $100,000 a year. She's 21. If I was 21 with $100,000 every 12 months, I don't know where I would be today. So I can't even imagine where she's gonna be tomorrow, or 10 years from now when she's in her 30s. It's fascinating. It's absolutely crazy to think that that this profession allows people to really take it to the next level, man, because this is a blessing. This is the absolute blessing. And speaking of blessings, if I hate to bring up Bible stuff, but a good Bible place to start, if you ever were curious about reading the Bible, is to start with Jesus' parables. Just, Jesus was a religious teacher. If you're not a religious type, you could just look at him like that. He's just a teacher. We listen to great Greek philosophers and Roman emperors who've given their knowledge throughout history, and we take, even in modern day, we have motivators and and people that we follow. Even on social media, we have people that we look up to, and celebrities and musicians and actors and actress and what have you. So you can look at Jesus in the same way. He's just a teacher. You may have been to school where you've had a professor that really inspired you to do better. You can look at Jesus Christ that way. He's just he's a teacher, and you can just read through his teachings. He never once tried to. Anyways, back on track. If you ever wanted to read the Bible and you weren't sure where to start, I would certainly recommend that you start with Jesus' parables. And there's no particular chapter where they just summarize all of his parables. He's kind of scattered all over the New Testament. But essentially, one parable that I would look up, I can't even refer you to exactly what chapter it's in, but it's basically the parable of the talents. And some of you may have heard it. Some of you may not have heard it in a long time. Some of you may not have heard it at all. But basically, the gist of it is, man, use it or lose it. Like, God is, giving you some talents, the ability to be smart enough to pursue your dreams, and the ambition to go after it, and the knowledge to be able to do your prerequisites and then get into PA school and actually complete PA school and then become a practicing physician assistant and be able to change a patient's life. That's the use of your talents. You either use it or you lose it. It's on you. And besides that, I gotta grab lunch now before I start seeing patients again. But really, man, just do it. Just do it. Find out if PA is something you're pursuing. You pursue it like if you didn't, like a gazelle, like a hunter, like a cheetah hunting a gazelle. Like, if you don't capture and kill your next meal, you will starve and die. And that's the intensity that you have to pursue your dreams and for them to become a reality, man. And either way, I hope this inspires you if you hear this message, and shoot me a thumbs up or something so I know you're listening. Take care. Peace.